Well guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms. And today, it is Sunday morning, just getting up to the farm, and Nathan and I are gonna go do some tree destroying. So I pulled up one skid loader in yesterday's video and pulled a load of bales back. So now I'm gonna pull up the other skid loader. I'm gonna pull that up right now with our nice Chevy Duramax, or sorry, GMC Duramax. Pull it up there. And then we got a bunch of odd jobs. We're going to move some cement. We're going to destroy some trees and thin up a fence line. So let's go ahead and do a pre-trip. So with every vehicle that I drive, doesn't matter what it is, especially with a trailer that we don't use every day, I am going to kick all the tires, make sure everything's good. And then I'm going to go grab the other skid loader. We're going to start it up, fuel it up, put the saw on, and then pull it up here, strap it down. So you guys will see. Let's get it. Kick tires, everything's good. Go ahead and start the truck up. It's a diesel, so you gotta let it warm up. Got pretty cold last night, around 15 degrees. It's gonna warm up today, so I'm not too terribly worried, but still a little cold. So gotta take the skid loader, the SV340, we're gonna bring that up, and the saw, which is back there. There's the saw, the zombie killing machine. So I'm gonna go ahead and fuel this thing up. I need some diesel. Then we'll pull it over to the shop, grease everything, grease the grease points, hook it up, make sure she runs, and then we'll get rolling. So I just looked at it, hooked everything up, looks good. The only problem is we're missing a bit and it already chipped off. That's not good. I don't know if we're gonna be able to use this thing today because this is not replaceable. You have to replace the whole thing if we bust this. So I don't know if we'll be able to use this saw because basically it's got replaceable bits that actually chews into the tree. You can kind of see like this one's already been busted off. So we gotta replace some of these bits. But if one does not have a bit on it, it's gonna eat into the steel. And when you destroy the steel, well, you're gonna have to replace that whole piece. Not good. I'll call the boys, see what they think. Might not be using the saw today, which would suck. Oh well. So that's how that sucker works. So I hooked an electrical connection because you can actually twist the entire thing. I don't know. Beyond me. But regardless, let's go ahead and grease this thing. Well, I can't get a hold of the boys. They might be already in church. I don't know. But I am not going to bring this up there today. I'm gonna bring the depth up in case I need it. Mainly because, like I said, that bit that's missing, unless we have one, I don't want to use this thing today and destroy this. So we're just gonna have to get new bits on Monday. And of course it's a Sunday, so we can't, excuse me, go get a bit today. So I might just have to wait till next week. Oh well. But at least I can go up there and bring the puller and the grapple and at least start doing some things. Dang. Oh well, at least I caught it now and didn't find it after we busted it. So I'm gonna head up to Bellevue. Here comes Mr. Darbean with the shredder, out destroying some trees, just like what I'm gonna be doing. Phew! All right, so I am going to hop in my dad's tractor, start it up, get it warming up, hook onto the bucket. We need to move some concrete right there. I think it's just gonna be easier to just use the bucket as opposed to the skid loader, bring the skid loader all the way up here, but we will find out. Let's go ahead and fire this bad girl up. Let the grid heater warm up. Now I'll go, I'll bring you guys with. Go unhook the bale spears, unlatch them like this. Now I can unhook this thing and hook onto this. Got the bucket on. So now I'm gonna go grab some concrete. I got some chunks of concrete delivered out here just to kind of put in some washes. So I'm gonna do that. Got some places out back here as well as over in his west field. Sweet. Let's go try and load some concrete. here's what I'm doing, just grabbing some concrete out of the stack. This is one large heavy chunk, and hand carrying it over to a couple washouts that we got. Like I got one kind of forming over in here. We'll try and get that. Basically the concrete, soil is permeable, as you guys know. Basically what that means is it can erode and deform, but concrete obviously cannot. So if you stick large chunks of concrete in the washout, it essentially helps kind of stabilize it. Well, that dumped off a lot quicker than I was expecting. But got that concrete chunk dumped off right in there. Hopefully help stop the erosion. Whew! That's a heavy load right there. This concrete is very heavy, especially when it's off center like this, but I couldn't really help it because it's right next to the building. Just gotta take my time. I just feel it tilting me to the right. I'll show you how much I'm squatting on this front end. This is some thick stuff. And I got two of them on there somehow, but look at that front end squat. Whew! Let's go ahead and dump it. That was neat. Z Budley. Well, time to see how this thing does with concrete.
Well, hello everyone. You got the Bud Man here. We are moving concrete to start out. We're going to fill in some holes out back, and then we're going to take some of this cement and move it. Oh, there's Tater Tot. We got a spot over there in that west field we want to drop some off too. So we want to take 6-8 pieces of this here stuff and drop it into a hole over in the other field, so keep from washing out. So this cement will go into some washout.
So I'm just trying to slowly dip this concrete in there to not destroy anything. Put it in my dad's dump trailer because we're gonna take some concrete over to the west field, and the west field is 2 miles away. Be a pain in the neck to do it without a dump trailer. Well, we got some concrete loaded up onto the dump wagon, as you guys saw my dad say. So now I'm taking this down. You might be wondering why do I have a bale in the back. Well, this concrete's probably weighing 2,000 pounds or so on there. That was a lot of front end weight. I was really squatted forward, and it's not good to have that much weight on your front end. So a pretty simple solution: pick up a bale on the back, try and balance you out a little bit more. Cows are going to town on the hay. One's about well over half gone, if not almost all gone, and the other one's a quarter gone. Cool. There's a skiddy. We'll be hopping in that here in a bit. Hopefully just right after I dump this load and get this rock spreader, cement spread around. Any of my deer hunting fans recognize this? Going up the goat path to the west field. Hold on, drop that bale off, I just realized. That'd be very awkward. Alrighty, let's see how bad of a washout this is. So this is my dad's west field. This field's basically getting a major makeover. Getting a bunch of new fence. Getting some bulldozing done. Lots happening. Let's see what this big old washout dad's talking about.
Down here, up by the food pot. So we're just filling in some holes, some washouts with this concrete. We're supposed to be taking out some trees.
Crap. It's on a barb. You have to fix that. Don't know how though.
We're still up here. We need to get rid of all this, put it in the washed out holes. Ron just went to go get the skid loader that's down in the bottom because he thought the tractor would be a little too hard to get all this out. Then hopefully in a little bit we'll have all this filled and go start tearing out fence again. And there he goes, he's over here trying to unload.
Okay, go up. Oh! Trying to get this concrete off. It is not going the greatest. Oh man, because it's going in that washout there. Can I get up there and kick him some off? Do as I say, not what I do. Don't do this. Again, do as I say, not what I do. Don't do that. Should start dumping here soon. There she goes. Ho! Go down! Okay, there we go. I just got that last little chunk. So I just got all the concrete unloaded. It is in that washout, so that's good. That's where we want it. I'm gonna pick up the rest of this dirt as soon as Tate moves ahead, and then we'll start tree pulling. So you might notice that there is no fence along here anymore between the corn and the shrubs. Yes, that's right. If you guys remember in this video, the Bud Man, Johnny, 2, and Scott, what's your nickname? I don't know, I call you something that's not appropriate for YouTube, but obviously can't say that. Anyway, so they ripped out this entire fence line, so we are gonna come through and decimate it. We're gonna rip every single tree out of here. These are all nuisance trees, they're not good. We want the trees to start 15 feet back. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start pulling. Nathan will be up here in a little bit with the saw. They decided just to say F it, and they're gonna send it without that bit. So, I don't know, not what I would have done, but not my saw. So let's get rolling. I got the Case TD 450B and this tree puller, the homemade tree puller that we got. All it is, a hydraulic cylinder that grabs along the tree, and I use the skid loader to lift it up. So the hose popped off. That's neat. Basically how this thing works is it's literally a hydraulic line. Pressure and return. Believe pressure, return. I think so. Yeah, I'm not sure though. And the problem is, one fell off. And when that happens, it's not good because usually the line's pressurized, so I cannot get this one back in. To save the life of me, there's so much pressure behind it, it's not letting the coupler connect. So that's neat. I need to bleed the hose. So basically take some of the pressure out. So essentially just crack a hose line. So that's fun. I don't have any tools to do that, so my dad's running to go get a crescent wrench. Second tree in too. Got the first one out, got this one out, and then, yep. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. What do you do? Now I sit and wait. Question for you guys though. How do you guys fix this without having to crack lines? Any thoughts? Besides not being a dingus when you're hooking it up? Man, oh man, this is a nasty tree line. Some of the stuff has been here for probably 20 years, I guess, for how big some of these trees are. So this isn't a tree line, this is a fence line. There was a fence there, so we're gonna go through and decimate it and put a brand new fence in there. That should gain us a couple rows, as well as a couple rows of actual gain, and as well as a couple rows of productivity, because these outer couple rows were always terrible because they got shaded out, and the roots, they got robbed of nutrients because the tree roots, you know, go out 10, 20 feet in the field. It's pretty good that we're doing this. Man, this thing is a beast. I just picked up and pulled out a 40-foot tall tree. Easily 40 foot. I wouldn't say it was easy. It was actually pretty tough. But this thing is an absolute horse. Look at it. It's off the tracks off the ground. Woo-wee! Sweet. So yeah, like I said, this tree line, fence line has not been manicured or anything in years. So we're gonna go through and destroy it all and re-put up a new fence. This will basically be able to maintain it easier and get cows from getting out, because cows have gotten through this fence before. We've just patched it. But like I said, if we do it now then I can start overhanging the sprayer boom and keep this fence line clear. It'll just be much easier to clean them, start off fresh. Okay, I've done all I can do with the puller on this piece. There's quite a bit of trees down, but there's still a lot of trees left. And we're probably not even going to get them all. We're going to have to have my dad come in with the shredder. See how Nathan's doing. Hopefully he's doing all right. I'm going to go back and probably make a lap around the field while I'm up here with the puller. And then I'll bring the puller down to get the gravel and start piling all this stuff up. We are moving. So my dad and Tate are ripping the fence out on that far fence line. We're actually gonna have a dozer come in and get rid of all that. So that's pretty nice. So Nathan's skid loader is having some trouble. It's actually, the hydraulics are kicking off. So I'm guessing it's a switch or something. So we'll see if he can cut it. Yep, it just kicked off. Yeah, he's having all sorts of trouble with the hydraulics there. So that's a skid loader specific problem. Honestly, we might have to just go switch over to just using this guy. Well guys, tree work is very dangerous. And I did it again. Busted it. Looks like that we had a hydraulic hose holder here, and it must have unscrewed itself and it's gone, because I noticed my hydraulic hose was just out here in the middle of nowhere, which is not good. So this pole is done for the day. Need to get another, I think, yeah, this is what I need, a hose clamp thingy. At least on the bright side, I've done a lot of work here, just gotten a lot of these kind of grubby, trubby trees out of here. So let's go ahead and call this one a day and go grab the grapple and start grappling. Drive a shame. We're gonna have to swap out that skid loader because the hydraulics just are not working. Kind of sucks, but at least we got one working skid loader. Gotta get that fixed somehow. So Nathan's gonna hot take this. I'm gonna take these two things down to the bottom and bring the grapple up and try to grapple. We'll see. Alrighty, so I am getting the rest of this concrete picked up and out of here. I brought the skid loader up because it's much easier to get. I should be able to get this in about 3 or 4 more loads. Not too shabby. So this concrete's actually going over to a really bad washout we have over right west of here. I'll show you that here in a second. But yeah, this skid loader is much easier. Even though I can't carry as much, it's just so much easier to load it up because it's right there in front of me as opposed to a loader tractor where I have an engine and the loader's 10 feet away. So it's tough. So get her done. Here's where I'm putting that cement. So we have a pretty massive wash starting here. So you can kind of see it's been going for a while, going down here into the neighbors, but hey, pretty nasty. So actually this concrete is perfect for it, because again, soil like this, once it starts, it's going to keep going and going and going. You got to do something to kind of hold the soil in place. And honestly, I wish I had double this amount of concrete. So eventually when we do some major changes up at the farm up there, we'll have a lot more concrete. But for now, not so much. Just going to make do with what we got. I'm just happy we got this. This at least kind of helps slow it down.
Well, he's still at it. As you can see, there's a lot of trees down. Grubbing them out. He's grubbing them out. Timber. Kind of cool, huh?
All done, all the concrete's moved. Let's get out of here. Hey look, Bluetooth chains. Let's go. I'm just kidding. I gotta put up the ramps and chain it down. I know. Safety, safety, safety. What's up?
Nathan. Tater tot casserole. There it is. There's the teeth.
This stretch is just about cleaned out. Nice. So I'm back here. I'm gonna hook the grapple onto this thing and grapple a couple. Then Nathan and I are gonna swap. He's actually gonna take this skid loader home just because they need it for chores, and that one is much better than the trees. It's bigger and the hydraulics actually work. So let's hook this bad girl up. Let's give her a shot. I gotta run the zombie killer for a couple trees. Nathan got them all knocked down except for a few. So I'll get the few rest, and then I'm gonna hop on the grapple. You guys watch the zombie killer in action. I'm gonna cut down this giant tree. That was neat. Hope you guys saw something before you guys got bounced down. Easing in and trying to cut these trees down so they don't destroy them. We're just trying. I shouldn't say they don't destroy anything, so they don't destroy me, but I'm trying to cut these down so they're not a nuisance for our field crops. Okay, that was a good one. I wish I would have had the camera on. That was a old tree. It was the biggest one I've ever taken out. Now let's get the big boy, big mass. All done with the mighty zombie killer. I didn't hurt anything. That's all that matters, I suppose. I didn't break anything, I should say. So I'm gonna go back, unhook this, come back up and grab the grapple, and grab it for probably about 20 minutes until I run out of daylight. We'll have to come back some other time this week. It's been fun though. We're getting quite a bit done. It's pretty crazy to be doing this in mid-February now, February 18th today. Awesome. Tree line. I mean, this is gone. You can kind of see, if you guys remember earlier in the video how this was all trees, it's all gone now. Awesome. This was the giant tree that I took down, probably 60, 70 feet tall. Well, let's start grappling for about 20 minutes, like I said. Really, the one main downside about this grapple is I've seen it doesn't have that wide of an opening. I've seen other grapples out there that have a much better setup where it's almost like a double cylinder. Oh yeah, this is what I like. This is a massive haul. 3 big trees is what I have on me right now. And look at all these trees. My goodness. Just absolute carnage. We did work on this. Again, we should have never let it get this bad in the first place. My dad bought this ground 10 years ago, this year actually. And my great uncles owned it before that, but it just, actually no, my great uncle's not in this piece. It was a neighbor that we bought it from, so yeah. The neighbor is who to blame. Nah, just kidding. We should never gotten it gotten this bad. Just look at all these trees. Woo!
Wow, did they get some stuff done today? Trees down everywhere. Junk trees. We'll come up and clear this rest out, and then we're going to put a new fence in here. We're going to put gates in here instead of these stupid cattle panels. I hate those cattle panels here. So we'll get this all cleaned up here. Ron's cleaning stuff out now, so, but boy does it look different. Used to be a bunch of trees in here. Now the trees are here, but they're just laid down. All the way down. So the new fence will come right in here. Scott Ernst, here comes Ronald now with the grapple. What's up?
Getting dark too soon.
It is.
I got 2 more to do. One more over there, and then I'll get that big one out so you can get up here. I decided just to cut it.
See that?
But a little scary, but. Uh-oh.
That's a big tree.
Job well done there, bud man. At least so far. All right, let's head down the hill.
Okay.
Job well done for the day. And it's dark out. You guys can't see anything. I can barely see anything. Bud man's got me a Subway sandwich. And I'm gonna head home for the night. 6 o'clock. It's that time of year where it's getting dark later and later. I think it's like, what, a minute or 2 every day? This thing's a little chilly, so I'll let this thing warm up for a smidge, but I'm gonna drop this bale off right up here and then take this thing up the top. These are just 2 lights and they're bright as heck. Look. Legal road. 2 lights, that's all it is. That's nuts. Okay, she did a really nice, or CNH, she did a really nice job with that. And look at this. Bang. Bang. Not too shabby. The bud man feeding his kitty cats. So guys, it is time for me to head home, shut things down. Appreciate you so much for watching. Stay tuned. Field season is getting really close. It's almost March. You never know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, take it easy, stay safe, and ta-ta for now.